I think we're heading back out to California. Kevin in Los Angeles. Hi, Kevin. Nice to see you. We like your goatee.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, so this kind of question is for anyone on the panel, but given what I'm hearing today and earlier on your show, there seems to be some consensus around the idea that oil prices need to rise and consequently gas prices need to go up to $5, $6, or $7 a gallon. This is, of course, going to stifle the economy, and it's really going to hurt those individuals who have to drive 10, 20, 30 miles to work each day. And so I'm just wondering what how could this be resolved, and if there's a solution for that, and in the fragile economy that we're in, if that's really the right kind of statements to be making, and if that's feasible at all.
Boone, I think he took your $6 natural gas and thought you were saying $6 gasoline.
No, he did say $6 gasoline a couple, 2-3 years from now on the show today, right?
Oh, yeah, you're going to see $6 gasoline.
But
not now. I was talking about $6 natural gas.
So what was
$6
desirable
Understood.
was $6 natural gas in order to have the margin for the win.
Got it. But there's a bigger issue here, which is as gas prices rise, it provides the incentive to find something that's not gasoline, whether it is natural gas or anything else. At the same time, just talking with the truckers yesterday down in Oklahoma City, right now they're getting paid $1,300 for a 1,000-mile run. Fuel for a 1,000-mile run right now costs $900. That's before you pay for tires on the truck, insurance on the truck, maintenance on the truck. So while it's true that a further spike in gas prices will surely cause a move to alternatives, like Kevin's point is, will that cause such economic disruption on the way to that transition that we couldn't afford to bear it? Go ahead.
Okay, something to focus on here, 1 MCF of natural gas, which is under $5, but let's call it 5 to get a round number. 1 MCF of natural gas, $5, is equal to 7 gallons of diesel. They'll do the same amount of work, move the truck the same distance, same speed and everything else. 7 gallons of diesel is $25. So you're sitting here with a resource in America selling for $5 and you're competing against $25. I mean, it's not too hard to figure that one out.
But if you look at the talk of gas tax, trying to create more economic pressure to push people towards natural gas or wind or whatever it is, depending on whether you're dealing with stationary power or transportation fuel, is there so much risk embedded in the price spike that may happen or could happen in gasoline and the amount of damage that would do economically in the transition?
Well, the caller makes the point that our economy is held hostage to the price of oil to the extent that whatever happens, we're paying a price. And so this a recovery from the recession becomes self-extinguishing because as we increase our demand for oil, the prices go up and that tamps our economy back down again. What we say is at any price, we're using too much of it. We use 800 million gallons of oil in this country every single day. That is enough to fill the Empire State Building 3 times. If the Empire State Building were our national fuel tank, we have to pull over and refuel every 8 hours. That's how much we're using. We need to reduce it. We come back to vehicles. For big trucks, heavy trucks, natural gas makes a lot of sense. But for cars, passenger cars that we're using, we go back to the electrics. You know, between 1973 and 1991, this country did a lot to improve our fuel efficiency. We went from 13 miles per gallon average to 21 miles per gallon, but then we quit. We raised our grade point average 60%, and then we dropped out of school. We've lost 20 years. We are now at about 23 miles per gallon. We've lost 20 years. We need to get back on track. We can build a car in this country that will get 60 miles to the gallon by 2025. That's 15 years from now. We ought to get about the business of doing it.
All right, let's go out to the floor.
Why does it take that long?
Even if it does take that long, if we start now and do it, we can save millions of barrels of oil a day. And if we go to electrics, here's the beauty of electrics. I got to say, when the director of Central Intelligence is doing something, we ought to stop and pay attention to that. This man helped win the Cold War, okay? Here's the beauty of an electric. When I get into my internal combustion driven automobile and put 10 gallons of gas in it, how much actually pushes my car forward? Who wants to guess? 2 gallons. Here's why. The first 6 gallons are wasted on the inefficiency of the internal combustion engine. A lot of heat, a lot of friction, waste. The other 2 gallons out of every 10 are wasted by my engine idling when I'm at a stop sign or a stoplight or waiting for my children to come in from the soccer game. The electrics turn that around. 75% of the electricity that goes into that motor actually moves his car forward. 75% efficient versus 80% inefficient. That's where we're headed. That's why technology matters.